How do we solve for x in this equation? Solution. Let's consider each of this left hand side. 3 to the power of x could be written as 3 to the power of x times 2 over 2 minus, likewise this guy could be written as 2 to the power of x times 2 over 2, which is equals to 65. Nothing has changed because 2 over 2 will just give 1. So now we have 3 to the power of x. So let's take this half inside. So we're going to have x over 2 times 2 minus, likewise we are going to take this half inside. So we're going to have 2 raised to power x over 2 all square equals 65. Nothing has changed because 2 times s over 2 will give x, and 2 times s over 2 also will give x. Now let's 3 to the power of x over 2 to be equals p, and 2 to the power of x over 2 to be equals q. So anywhere we see this guy, we are going to replace this with p, likewise this guy with q. So from here we're gonna have p square minus q square, which is equals to 65. P square minus q square is the difference of 2 square, which could be written as p plus q times p minus q equals 65. So this implies that p plus q times p minus q is equals to 65 can be written as 13 times 5. Obviously, p plus q is greater than p minus q. That is, the addition of two integers will be greater than their difference. So that implies that p plus q will be 13 and p minus q will be 5. So this implies that p plus q is equals to 13 and p minus q is equals to 5. Now let's solve these two equations. So when we add this guy, we get 2p equals 13 plus 5, that is 18. Let's divide both sides by 2. So we get p on the left equals 18 over 2, that is 9. So our value of p is 9. Substitute this value of p into any of this equation. So let's plug it here. We're going to have p is 9. We're going to have 9 minus q equals 5. This could be written as q equals 9 minus 5. So our value of q is equals to 4. So we get p to be 9 and q is equals to 4. Now, since 3 to the power of x over 2 is equals to p, that is from our assumption here, this implies that 3 raised to power x over 2 is equals to, what is p? P is 9. So we're going to write 9 here. So we can write this as 3 raised to power x over 2 is equals to 9 is the same thing as 3 square. Since the base happens to be equal, implies that x over 2 is equals to 2. When we cross multiply, we're going to have x to be equals 4. Now let's check for q also. So since 2 raised to power x over 2 is equals to q, that is from this assumption that we have here, this implies that 2 raised to power x over 2 is equals to, what is the value of q that we obtain? That is 4. So we are going to put it here. So we're going to have 4, which can also be written as 2 raised to power x over 2 equals 4 is the same thing as 2 square. Since the base also happens to be equal here, this implies that x over 2 is equals to 2. And when we cross multiply, we get x equals to 4, which is the same thing as what we got here. Now, let's check if what we have done is right. The original question says 3 raised to power x minus 2 raised to power x is equals to 65. So let's plug in the value of x into this left hand side. So we're going to have 3 raised to power 4, which equals 3 raised to power 4, that is 81, minus 2 raised to power 4, that is 16. 81 minus 16, that gives 65, which is what we have on the right hand side. So therefore, our final answer is s equals to 4.